Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about a chicken and steak hibachi style dinner. We're gonna do things a little bit different. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, so this is the deal. Sometimes we do recipes. We like to pull them from our website ourselves. You guys can check out theflattopking.com. That's where we're gonna have this recipe. I have pre-gamed as much as I can. I know a lot of people out there just got griddles for Father's Day. It's the summertime. Everything combined, it seems like a very, very popular time to have them. So this is the thought behind the madness. We're going to follow the chicken to a T. This is 100% the recipe. We also are going to change up the rice a little bit just so I can test out another method. We're going to do some fried rice. We have a nice fillet here. Our recipe calls for a little bit over 1.5 pounds of chicken breast. This is actually 1 pound 11 ounces, so the 3 ounces I don't think really going to matter. The way that we're going to do this video is not a lot of editing. Instead of splicing and cutting and taking out all the times, I'm just going to speed it up so you guys can see a true way to get this done. Okay. We have got our rice cooled overnight. Let me show you how we made that. All right, we've got 2 cups of rice. It's been rinsed already to get the starch off. I'm gonna add a little water. All right, it comes up to the first knuckle. That's about 3 cups of water. We're gonna do what these great things do, cook rice. Once your rice cooker is done, just wanna take it out and let that rice start cooling. We're gonna let it cool on the counter for like 10-15 minutes. And then from there, we'll just put it in the refrigerator uncovered until we make our dish tomorrow. Kind of fan it out, get that heat out of there. Depending on your Japanese style steakhouse, whether you want to argue over the name hibachi or not, that's not for me to decide. But when you order hibachi chicken or you have a hibachi chef at a Japanese steakhouse, teppanyaki is really not used, so we're going to stick with those terms. Peas and carrots, zucchini and onion. We have diced onion. I went ahead and minced up a ton of garlic. We have our green onions separated, the whites and the green tops. Let's see. I got my little sriracha, got a little soy sauce, yum yum sauce. I get a lot of questions. What is yum yum sauce? Our local Japanese steakhouse calls it shrimp sauce, but it's more commonly known as yum yum sauce. Just to break it down in pure terms, it's basically like a mayonnaise, like a sweet mayonnaise base. It's probably got either tomato paste or ketchup, sugar, paprika, somewhere through there. So the colors can change drastically depending on who makes it. Then we'll finish our little rice off with some sesame oil. Oh, the biggest part, eggs. Right before we get going, I'm just going to season my steak. A little salt, a little pepper. All right, first things first, we got some good heat on the flat rock today. We're using the Traeger. Just a little light oil just to get started. I've got my 2 burners on medium, this one on low. Just add a little bit of butter, a couple tablespoons. Hit that with a little oil. And right in that butter bath, add about a tablespoon of garlic, maybe a little more. The whites of the green onions. And about half of our diced onions. You want to be careful not to burn the garlic. You are dealing with high temperatures right now. As soon as you start smelling that garlic, put that rice down. Right now, you're just basically breaking up the rice, getting all those individual pieces broken up. salt and pepper. What we're looking to do now is build up a little bit more heat. Okay, we want to crack our eggs. Remember, we got the low part of the griddle. So just a little bit of butter. Touch of salt, pepper, put our veggies down, just a little bit of frozen carrot and peas, but we just let them thaw out a little bit. Touch more butter, about another tablespoon. I'm gonna add the rest of that diced onion in there. I like the different textures of the onion. I'm a big onion fan, so I'll put a little bit more in there than probably most. Soy sauce. All right, at this point, your rice is done, okay? This is when you would actually serve the rice to the guest. You would move on to the vegetables and the proteins. We happen to like it crispy on the bottom, so we're just gonna let it set up on the edges. Every time we go, we ask for extra veggies, and I always like to get the last portion of rice off the griddle because I like mine to have that little crunch on the end. Just a touch of oil, onions, zucchinis. salt, pepper. Once again, just a little touch of butter. See that browning? That's what we like. So our rice is almost done. I'm just gonna flip it one more time. We're not done with the rice, but we're almost done. Check the oil in the hot spot. Start searing that filet. Right before we pull that rice, just a little bit of sesame oil. You got to do this at the end. It's more of the finishing oil, and a lot goes a long ways.
A little goes a long way.
Yeah, sorry. So I'd probably say with all that rice, maybe 2 tablespoons. We got those green tops from the green onions.
Smells fantastic.
Set it over the side one more time. And our rice now is officially done. So we're just gonna hold it over here. You'll notice that your veggies start getting a little bit tender. At that time, just a little bit more garlic. Finish it off with a little dash of the soy sauce. That steam is gonna help cook your vegetables as well. And this is how they serve it? Just like this?
Yep.
Ooh, that thing's hot. All right, at this step, just like they do, you gotta do a little cleaning. You see all the sugar from the soy sauce? This is typically the stuff that you guys do not see on the actual video. Clean as you go. All right, depending on what griddle you have, it doesn't take long for that heat to build back up, but it's important for this next step, okay? Just a little bit of oil, probably like right next to it for that one, because we're going to sear it on the other side, just like that. Here's the chicken. To me, this is an important step. Each piece of chicken needs its own landing zone, okay? So take your time. You've got plenty of time, no reason to rush. And let each chicken at least get that first section nice and caramelized. You want that browning on there. I think the browning just helps with flavor. I think it helps the sauce stick to it. I just got a little broccoli right here. We're gonna work with that with the steak. Black pepper, we're not gonna add any salt. Remember, we're gonna add that homemade sauce that we made. It's got that soy sauce in there, so you don't want to over salt it right now. Couple twists on the recipe that we developed. If you want to have a little orange flavor, maybe a little orange marmalade jelly, zest of an orange. You know, a lot of people like orange with their chicken. You can also, if you like it spicy, throw in some red chilies. You can do red pepper flakes in your teriyaki. All right, so that's pretty close. Let that rest so we can cut that later. All that beef fat left over on the griddle, we're just gonna let those broccoli little pieces absorb some of that flavor. Light pinch of salt. Oh yeah, see what I'm talking about? That's that browning I'm talking about. That's what you want, okay? All right, I'll give you a heads up on the dials right now. I just turned this one off. We're gonna have a lot of bleed over residual heat. We also talk about zone management. This is gonna be one of the times. This is still on low, this is on medium, and the reason is because once you add this sauce, it's gonna cool your griddle down. But if your griddle is extremely hot, it might be too fast for you, especially if you're new to the game, okay? That's why we always say griddle cooking does happen fast, but it's really important to have your steps ahead of time ready. And that's why we're not editing a lot of this out of the video, so you can see exactly what it takes to get this done. We got that nice browning on the filet. Just like they would do, they would cut it up on the grill just in front of you. Remember, there's a difference between a stainless steel grill and a rolled steel grill. I necessarily would not recommend using a knife on a rolled steel grill. Okay, that's ready. Our sauce is coming down right now. Now this is going to be a timing thing. You want that sauce to be able to adhere to your chicken. Oh, that smells good. All right. This is exactly what I wanted to see, because hopefully we can help some people out there today. When you ask me what temperature am I cooking at, we never give temps because it varies so much. But I want to show you something. Watch the difference how your sauces are reacting there versus there, but it's literally on the same row of heat. This will cool down. This is heating up. Now watch this. See the difference? That's what we talk about zone cooking. Okay? We don't want that much because that can get away from you. So I'm just trying to show you the difference of what happens. I'm just looking for that sauce to reduce. Make sure your chicken's cooked to temperature. You want to be able to pull that sauce before you think it's done, because it will thicken up. So we have plenty of tutorials on how to clean your griddle. Since we're using a sugary substance, you want to get that off immediately while your griddle is warm. Turn it back up to low. And all we're doing now is looking to clean the griddle to get ready for the next step. Don't douse your griddle with water. A little goes a long way. You're just looking for more for the steam. Right at the very end, a nice knob of butter. See how lightly that butter's reacting? That's because we cooled down the griddle when we cleaned it. It takes a second to warm back up, but I don't want to overcook the filet. See how when you move it over, you get into a hotter zone? That's the zone you want to work in right there. The rest of that garlic, about a tablespoon. All right, we had a little camera malfunction, but we're still good. We haven't flipped it. We haven't done anything. Before I even flip it, this is going to be very quick. I like my steak medium rare. If you want to cook it longer, you can. That steam will speed up the process as well. The whole griddle's off. Some finishing pepper, because I like it. All right, guys, so we got the teriyaki chicken, the hibachi style fried rice, the vegetables, the filet, and the broccoli. So, you know, one tip I can give you, especially if you're starting out, is if you're worried about how to do time management, go ahead and turn your oven on inside the house. When your rice is done and your vegetables are done, I'm not saying 300, I'm saying like low, right? You can put it on a serving platter and then put them in the oven while you take your time. There's no reason to rush. Your oven can do a great job of keeping it on warm, on low, and then you can focus on the griddle. And then when everything's together, then you can serve it like that. You got to remember, inside of a hibachi style steakhouse, they serve you after the product's done, right? They don't keep it on the griddle either. They do rice, vegetables, but they serve you, you know, like that. So now your chicken, you don't see this when they normally take it off the griddle, but look how much juice is down there, okay? A lot of that gets taken off, so make sure you stir that chicken up. All right, like I said, you got some of that teriyaki juice left in the bottom. That's perfect, perfect, perfect. A little topping for your chicken. Got to do a quick shout out to RJ. He was a big inspiration for me when I joined the military. Kind of like put me behind the scenes, taught me how to cook like a whole different way. He's from Louisiana. But one thing about that kid that I'll never forget, boy, he loved his apron. I always told him if I ever get an apron for my show, first time I wear it, I'll give him a shout out. So there you go, RJ. Welcome to the apron club, baby. All right, so let's finish off. Got the yum yum sauce.
That's how we do it in the South.
And then hit it back with that sriracha.
I know, it's fantastic.
Man, it's been a long time. That chicken's sneaky good. Mmm. That's worth that. So now I'll let you see my wife's plate. I'll show you my plate. All right, guys, there you go. That's a whole different way of doing things. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. That way you can kind of see behind the scenes, especially when you're a beginner. That's what we like to do. We like to teach. And I thought it might be a different way to do it. We have all kinds of recipes. So check out the flattopking.com. Many recipes available. Different tips and tricks along the way. How to re-season your griddle. How to clean your griddle. How to season your griddle. Anything you want to check out or you guys want to comment down below. If you guys are having trouble, just let us know and hopefully we can help you. If you're interested, we have a enjoy button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us out on the Griddle group on Facebook is where we talk about griddles. We've been craving this and I thought it was a perfect time. Welcome to all the people out there that just got the griddles. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Chow time. God, look at this buffet.